Good morning. I think I had something messed up here, and I've tried to fix it now. Maybe we'll see some more folks here. Got a message here from my brother, Dan, doing the podcast today. No, it's me. I apologize if there was I left the wrong stream on our studio here, and it looks like we've kind of messed everybody up here. So I do apologize. I always have to try and make sure I'm on the right stream. You see some more folks coming in. We've already kind of looked at the news. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, everyone. I do apologize for that little mistake that I had this morning. I started the wrong stream. Let me see if we have folks coming in. Yeah, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I apologize. We've already kind of gone over the economic numbers this morning. Durable goods better than expected. GDP 0.1% lower than they were expecting. Jobless claims had some good numbers. We're looking for pending home sales and nat gas at 9 o'clock and 9:30 respectively. Back here, I apologize. That was my mistake. I'm going to give everybody a moment here to try to see if you are going to be coming in. Miguel, if you couldn't make yesterday's coaching session, I do not have a replay available. That's something that we have been working on considering doing is, having everybody that attends it to get a recorded copy of it. And I appreciate the information. I appreciate the feedback. We're going to see if we can't fix that pretty soon here. And thank you for all of those that did come. Shady Trader, if you're here today, thanks for the suggestion on the market forecast. I got lots of good, yes, this is the right room. Good morning. I got lots of good reviews on that. So thank you for suggesting that, Shady Trader, if you are here today. And all right, now we are seeing some more folks. We're going to go right into the charts here, I think, and see what we see. Here we go. Again, my apologies for my faux pas in production this morning. Here's the daily in crude. So we see that, we had this area of balance down here. There was a lot of open interest piling into this market. And as we got closer to rollover, so a lot of that open interest was kind of falling off, and that's kind of typical of rollover. We're past rollover now. We're starting to see open interest continue to come back in. We added 24,000 in open interest yesterday on this up move, but the volume wasn't all that impressive. We're starting to see areas of balance kind of overlapping each other. It might be an indication that this initial move to the upside, which has been very strong, could be losing some of its momentum. So we've got our weekly kickoff level was 60.70 because we hadn't closed above it. Well, Monday we closed above it. We've been kind of moving higher ever since, even though we've got a couple of down bars here. We've been overlapping to higher in lows and highs here. So the upside structure is still intact. I'm beginning to question, again, how much momentum this is going to continue to have. Again, adding 24,000 in open interest. Still a lot of interest in crude oil, a lot of open interest. Remember we talked about a couple of weeks ago where we had added 10% of the overall open interest in a short period of time, and that was just as we were breaking out of this upside move. We're still seeing open interest coming in. This is going to be a fascinating market for the entire year. We've got prices back to pre-COVID January 2020 levels here. So all of this is right back to where we started last January, and as prices continue to push higher, you're going to see producers thinking about putting more out there. So I'm going to go with that. Murph, you were the first one when I put the wrong thing up. I've got to go with you as winning the prize today. Let's take a look at the 30 and see what we're seeing here. Now, really just opening up the regular trading hour session here at 8 o'clock. We had our move to the upside yesterday. Settlement is 63.22. We did not open with a gap. We've kind of driven back into range from yesterday, possibly suggesting what I was thinking in the daily chart is right. Maybe we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves as far as the momentum to the upside. Pretty decent opportunity off of settlement on the open this morning. If we start to become directional to the downside, I caution everybody, try not to become a bottom picker. You start picking bottoms, you're going to get run over. Not suggesting that that's what's going to happen. I'm going to be looking for opportunities for price to clean up unfinished business down below here. We've got an unchecked point of control right here that takes us down to about 61.60, let's call it. And we've already extended the overnight low lower. I don't want to fight this. I'm going to be looking for, again, structure with which to lean on in order to find the good opportunities. If I'm not in it, we're in range. We're almost in value. Stay patient. Wait for better information. Wait for better structure before you start getting into this market. E-mini S&Ps. Okay, all-time highs are in sight. Volume remains okay. Was pretty good. Okay, yesterday, still pretty decent for the upside. We added 35,000 contracts in open interest. That's a pretty good jump. It's a pretty good move for the S&Ps. Obviously, taking a look down to this weekly kickoff high, or actually low, 38.58 is weekly kickoff low. We rejected that yesterday. We've got overlapping to higher range in extended trading hour session today on pretty decent volume yesterday. Now, remember, the S&Ps and equities don't tend to bring in a whole lot of volume on the upside. This is pretty decent volume for the upside. Don't forget also, we are going to be coming into rollover. It's going to be a week from this coming Thursday that we're going to roll over. So we're going to start to see some blurring of volume and open interest. Not necessarily saying that yesterday's open interest increase is involved in the coming rollover. I think this was a pretty good boost of some possible new business, new buying, new open interest coming into the upside. And again, we've got our all-time high in the overnight session. We've got a couple of unfinished auctions to the upside here that I'd like to see cleaned up in regular trading hours. Let's take a look and see how the market is reacting early today to the information that came out. We've got just kind of continuing its wander to the downside. All of our equities, I think, are going to be starting the day lower today. We're not going to have a gap. We're not going to have any big urgency, I think, to get into anything in our equities this morning. When we look at this move to the upside yesterday, if you take a look at the volume profile, there's lots of holes. There's lots of low volume nodes, high volume nodes. If we open in range and in value, we may spend some time kind of fixing this area here. There's some, lots of high volume, low volume, high volume, low volume, high volume, low volume, high volume. All those teeth or missing teeth are going to, eventually kind of be revisited. And if we're going to do that today, I'm going to, again, suggest staying very patient. We've got settlement up here at 39.2250. Not a real lot, not a whole bunch of overnight inventory in either direction. I'm going to go with it's short, but I'm going to try again and stay very patient today. There's going to be a lot of digestion with the eco numbers that came out this morning. A lot of folks wondering what's going to happen. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't know. Let's stay patient. Let's think. Let's make the market tell us, hey, this is a good spot. Let's try this, and we'll do that. The NASDAQ is similar but different. You can see this is our weekly kickoff low here. The S&P's held it. The NASDAQ has not. The NASDAQ has been presenting as stronger. It's had further to go to the downside. It seems to be kind of falling into an area of balance here. We added 5,000 in open interest on decent volume off of this low that came in on Tuesday. So we're doing a little bit of digesting here all week. Even though we've seen some volatile moves and some bigger moves, we haven't moved all that much. We are probably closer to a market state change in the Nasdaq than we are in the S&Ps. I mean, and S&Ps are within a day's reach of the all-time high, where the Nasdaq is not. Nasdaq is kind of dragging along the bottom here, and if we start to see some acceptance, I'm thinking below the weekly low, which is a long ways away, then we might start to see some market state break change here in the Nasdaq. So, again, let's take a look at the 30. I mean, we're going to be okay. Here's settlement is up here. That's 13,302 even, 13,302 even. We're right in the middle of the range from yesterday. There's no real reason to get really antsy to get into anything in these equities today. Let the market play out. Let that first range play out. There's a whole lot of repair that we might be going into here. In the volume profile from yesterday, very toothy. We've got a high volume node here, high volume node here. We've got point of control here. We're right in the middle of a kind of a larger low volume node or low volume area where we may just kind of repair this today. So stay patient. Stay patient. Unless some news comes out, I'm going to be waiting for probably that first hour of trade to establish itself, and then I'm going to be looking for opportunities at those extremes. There's always the possibility that a longer time frame, other time frame traders may enter into this market as of the open. So of course I'll watch the opening range trade, but I think it's a relatively low probability that it's going to work for us today. So stay patient. You have to be able to miss some of the smaller opportunities to be there for some of the bigger opportunities. Are there going to be bigger opportunities today? Probably, but I'm going to stay patient, and I'm going to let this market. I'm going to make this market make me get in. I'm not going to go looking for trades in the equities today. I'm just going to watch, and I'm going to say, you know what, this is too cheap not to take, and that's the one I'm going to take, and I'll bet you it's the good one for you as well. All right, so looking at gold. Gold just cannot catch a bid, man. I don't know what the deal is, but, with the dollar lower, we've got gold lower, we've got copper at 10-year highs, we've got silver still looking like it's, looking for some sort of impetus for an upside breakout, but they're just not happening. Failure to maintain price above weekly kickoff high, this 1800 level, has us looking looking to continue the current market state in short time frame or medium time frame, we may say, is lower. We've got lower highs, we've got lower lows. I think we're headed for a test of this weekly kickoff low at some point here, 1760, which is a pretty substantial move. Not suggesting it's going to be today, but it could be. This downside structure remains intact. We added 600 in open interest yesterday. Not a lot of open interest, not great volume above this level. We're going to be looking for volume below. Here's the 30-minute chart. Overnight shorts. No gap. We actually did not open with a gap. We've kind of rejected range and value from yesterday. Settlements all the way up here at 1797.90. If our short time frame shorts don't continue to see sellers coming into this market to perpetuate the market, to perpetuate price, to continue to pay them, they may get out. We may see our knee-jerk reaction back up towards settlement, which would be a decent opportunity to catch that move and also to look for an opportunity to sell strength in this market, which it is still suggesting is the way to kind of look and treat this market. All right, so and here's the euro. The dollar back down below 90. Euro moving to the upside. kind of weak open interest yesterday, but with some new information, looks like we are perhaps going to be breaking out of our kind of range-bound area we've been in here for a couple of months. We see some decent volume coming in here already this morning. If we start to add open interest, this may be a new leg to a new upside move for the euro. This is a chance for this market to change market state. This strong breakout above this weekly kickoff level, which did happen last night, if it maintains, might be indicating that that is a likely possibility. Take a look at the 30-minute chart. Settlement all the way down here at 121.53, 122 even is our weekly kickoff level. Pretty decent move up here. We're seeing some momentum beginning to fall off. I'm going to be looking at the fact that we may have some overnight longs that might start to get nervous that could bring price back to a better entry level for longs. If we're looking to buy weakness, this weekly kickoff level might be of interest. And anywhere along the top here, this could be kind of viewed as an area now of demand because it was a balance area and we've taken out above it. So I'm going to try and stay patient. Not really looking too much to the short side in this market, unless, of course, we accept back down below this weekly kickoff level. And by acceptance, I mean time, volume, participation, and momentum. Momentum is certainly to the upside so far, but it did fall off before the open. Look at the amount of volume that we put in the London session in the euro today. Lots of perhaps longer time frame traders coming into this. Okay, so let's take a look at the 10-year real quick, and I can still get us through before the equity open. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, here's the 10-year. We are now trading June contract. The volume usurped yesterday. Trade the June contract today. I've adjusted the weekly kickoff levels. We're seeing a pretty decent opportunity for this continuation breakout to the downside here. Downside structure continues. This move down below this level and acceptance kind of brings us to yet another new leg of this downside opportunity for us in the 10-year. Volume and open interest are going to be a little bit blurry today because, as we know, it is rollover. We lost 114,000 contracts in open interest, but again, a lot of that is due to the rollover. Looking at the 30-minute chart here, we've had a pretty good gap open, and without any effort to close the gap, we trade in the direction of the gap. This is one of the subjects that we talked about in the group coaching session yesterday. You know, if you open with a gap and it doesn't close relatively quickly, I know that's a subjective term, it's difficult, but if it doesn't close relatively early, we look for opportunities in the direction of the gap, and it certainly has been showing us that that is a good play for us today in the 10-year. What it's going to do the rest of the day, I don't know. I'm going to be watching to see signs of a falling of momentum to the downside before I even think about taking a contrary move in this. We do have some overnight shorts in this market. Settlement is all the way up here at 134 and 25/30 seconds. There's a lot of shorts in this market. If they don't find new business to come in and continue to sell it, we could very well see an adjustment back towards the gap close, or an adjustment back towards settlement / weekly kickoff high. Low, I should say, which is now 34 and 2/30 seconds. All right, I apologize to everybody who was looking for me in the other stream. I messed that one up, but at least we got it figured out. We got us taken care of as far as the charts are concerned. And I appreciate everybody's patience. Shady, good. You were there. Excellent. I'm glad you learned a lot from that presentation yesterday. Keep coming. Keep asking questions. Murph won the prize. Yep. It's all good. Didn't miss the market forecast. Well, I appreciate that. I'm very happy to be doing this. What are we going to do? Yep. I'm guilty of looking for trades and finding them, and usually the wrong ones. Trying to stay patient today. Hello, Emma from London. Nice to see you. Welcome to the market forecast. JT Carpenter, here is the link for next Wednesday's group coaching. You can register for it and join us, and you can email me a question or you can ask questions on the fly during the session. The group coaching is always at 1 o'clock p.m. Central on Wednesdays. And then the following Wednesday, we're also going to be having market therapy again. The good Dr. Menaker will be back with us at 3:15 a week from this coming Wednesday to answer questions. Trading psychologist, clinical psychologist, also an active trader, answering your questions. All right? Okay, you bet. All right, take your deep breath. Be humble, grateful, and creative in your trading today. Lots to digest. Be patient. I like Bulldozer's idea. Stay patient today. Don't go looking. Let the market show you where the good trades might be. On that note, get out there and profit. Have a great trading day. Dan will be back with you for the market recap today. I will see you for the market forecast tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We're a pretty quick week. And looking forward to some thaw for those of you out there in Wyoming. Yee. Still cold out there, huh? All right. Trade well, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you later.